I knew it was going to be a really exciting moment. Oh my gosh, Jackie, this outfit, you need to buy the whole thing. I know, you really do. She's beaming. I can always tell when Jackie really loves something, and Jackie really loves these. 250 ordered from the preview. We have a podiatric surgeon who has to get up early tomorrow morning and treat his patients, but he's here tonight because that's who Dr. Nick is, and that's what Revitalign is. But I'm telling you, Doc, I've sold a lot of shoes, as you know. Yeah. I've designed with some companies, including you, a lot of sparkle. Usually when you've got bling like this, the word on your screen does not show up, and that is washable. Yeah. I know it's all about, again, acceptance by the American Podiatric Medical Association. So once you put your First Aid Beauty and Peppermint on your feet and you slip it into this, you're good to go. But I'm going to tell everybody what's left, because how is this brand new today? Were you on with these earlier?
You were. I'm telling you, your energy at the beginning of the show, Jane.
So good. Do you want to hear what's left?
Beautiful.
So if you want fossil, which looks
like Steve.
Describes him.
The Mahoney color.
Oh my gosh, there is 750 left to go around. Now the white is going to soar out the door in a second. There's only 750 to go around. Obviously, we have found the color of the season because burgundy, 440. This navy, I said we should call it Starry Night. There's only 430. Beautiful. And then you kind of need black and another color. At $14 a month on Easy Pay, there's only $475. I'm going to throw it over to the good doctor, but my gosh, I also think along with being a physician and a surgeon, you're also a magician. So how you guys made this washable, I do not know. Like, truly.
It makes it so much easier to use. It's our 3D engineered mesh upper. What I love showing is just the flexibility in the forefoot, the forgiveness if maybe you have some foot deformities or a wider foot, so forgiving. That 3D stretch knit upper also goes into, and this is when I love the engineers in Waco. Look at the opening on this mouth, Jane, with a pull tab for ease of use, slip on, slip off, and then they have a nice padded collar for security to hold you in with our feather light technology. So the second you put them on, you could really feel how light they are. But the actual groove of it is built in, engineered for biomechanics, not to get too nerdy about it. But what is so special about this is what's inside. And what's inside is our full contact comfort footbed that we've been developing for 50 years. And Jane, the second your heel hits the ground, it's met by a deep heel cup that cradles and aligns the heel. Then as the foot comes completely down on the ground, the inner and outer, medial and lateral arch is supported by our Power Bridge technology. Then my favorite part, as you push off and propel, that green icon, that's our metatarsal dome. So it's another area that relieves stress and strain from the ball of the foot. Next thing that you're gonna see, this is a thermal graphic, which is my favorite, because what a thermal graphic shows is where there is contact, which is support, but also the amount of pressure. So on the left, this is a regular insole that comes with any shoe. When I see that, Jane, I see all that black showing no support on the inner and outer arch, and I don't know where the heel is. But then when you look at ours, it's a silhouette of the foot because the entire foot is controlled. And then you can see the blue area from the metatarsal dome, which is what's going to relieve pressure.
Steve Mahoney has entered the studio and is trying to distract the good doctor. And doing a good job of it.
And he's successful,
and
Jane.
He's succeeding.
And he's successful, as he always is. But the beauty of it is how light it is. And the thing about our orthotic technology is we're not trying to push you one way or another. It's for any foot type with immediate break-in time.
I mean, let's do colors. Because if you're looking for the classic neutral to wear right now, to wear in the fall, back 40 years ago, I got my colors done, and yesterday my daughter and I had it done again. And I said to the wonderful artist who did it, I'm like, it's been 40 years, wow. This would be called that neutral that you could wear with anything. So if you're gifting, go with fossil. If you're buying it for yourself, go with fossil. But I think the unsung hero is the white, because it's not just a bridal look. When you see it on Jackie with the ivory sweater and the jeans, think of that. I did the Studio Park line. I did this faux fur vest, and the whole look on .com is in winter white. Perfect. Think about using that as a gorgeous shoe to wear around the house when you're entertaining. And no worries if you drop a little marinara sauce on it. You spot treat it, you put it in the wash, and you're good to go. I've never seen that. The next three are wildly limited. This is our beautiful burgundy, 420. If you want peacoat navy, 400. And if you would like it in the black, it's the most popular, 430. And Doctor, I know you love to come over and see us walking in it.
For sure.
Also, we've all dressed up and put on a heel and not only regretted it at the party, and I'm sure you hear this from your patients, that you get in bed and you're off your feet and it's just pounding.
The throbbing begins to occur.
And then you wake up the next morning and your heel hits the ground and you're like, ow, look how cute this is. Even with tights and socks, it's very forgiving.
Well, I love the shimmer pattern. Nice for the season as it's coming. I love on you, Jane, it's black to the floor, which is beautiful.
Which a lot of people need at work. So if you want to like step out in your, fashion zone and then say, oh, well, what if it gets dirty at work? You're still washing it. Okay, so go ahead, Doctor.
No, it's great. You can see on Deanna how it moves with you, their freedom in the forefoot. So it's so comfortable the second you put them on. Also, the studs, different sizes, beautiful symmetry, like you mentioned about Starry Night, but also the way they put them on. That's actually an additional layer underneath, so it's not going to irritate your foot. You're not feeling them.
No, and
so that's
I can't
what's
believe
beautiful.
It's washable. I really do.
And it's washable. We recommend, machine wash, let it air dry.
Right.
And you're right, Jackie Jane in the beautiful white is so nice, but I love the collar around this because one thing, the way that they change the stitching on the collar, Jane, is that it is elongated, horizontal, following the contour to allow for that opening. So it's not going to crease down on you or create any discomfort.
And Dr. Nick, it's also a year-round shoe. I think all of us are so, tired of having to do the big change. Obviously, when it's freezing cold, you might not wear a flip-flop outside, and vice versa. You might not wear a snow boot in the summertime. But I love clothes that are all seasons, all parts of the country. And that's what this is. If it gets a little stinky because you've had it on too long, you wash it. And you also have that antimicrobial material in that insole, which, by the way, is removable. I and other people have, it was funny, you had a shoe on a couple weeks ago and I was going to buy the insoles because I travel a lot and visit my girls, and I will often put this Revitalign into my other shoes, and I think it was like $35.99. And then I look at the price of this and think, well, for like $35 you get a shoe that looks like this? That's our big hot pick of the day. And in this age of possibility, like we beat up our feet in our teens and our 20s and our 30s and 40s. We didn't have this technology. We didn't have this ability. Unless you went to a podiatric surgeon and had him make you a custom orthotic, what did we do? Now we got bling, and you can kind of counteract all the stuff we've done to our feet and our bodies throughout the years.
Well, it's an investment in your health, Jane, if you think about it. The TSV, that is wonderful, but that's all about promoting health. That's what we wanted to do 50 years ago in Waco, Texas, starting with the ground, starting with the foundation. That's why it's so important to support all those bones, to move with it. Just like you said, Elaine and I were out at like a very nice event on Saturday. I heard about it all Sunday. Right? because of the shoes that she was wearing. So you get that comfort and you get that beautiful design that they're making in Waco, Texas.
So let me tell you what's left. I don't know what they're doing in Waco, but they're making bling washable. So this is Fossil. That's your best bet for a gift. Returnable or exchangeable to the end of January. White is fabulous. We usually can't keep white in stock, so go there. Limited now in burgundy, limited in the peacoat. There's only 350. Black, 350. Notice how many red boxes have popped up, which means sold out.
And I forgot to mention, Jane, padded collar on the back for security,
it feels
holding
so
your
good.
foot in.
It feels so good.
Beautiful.
Dr. Nick, you're the best.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you so much. But now every guest is allowed to sit behind the cameras and make faces at Steve Mahoney. By the way, if you are new to shoe shopping in the last, 9.5 years, you might not know the famous fellow you're about to meet in a second, but those of us that have known and loved shopping for shoes on QVC